All right, high school parties. If you've never been to a high school party, I'm basically gonna wrap it up for you. So I'll set the scene. Your friend calls you. He's like, yo, I got the address to a party this weekend. We should go. You're like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's pull up. Next thing you know, you're in the car. You got alcohol in the trunk. On the way to the party. You see the house bumping. You see everybody outside. You see the cars stacked up. Trying to find a place to park. Trying to figure out where to squeeze in. And where you also are easiest to get out whenever the cops show up. Next, you hop out the car, get all your stuff, start heading to the house. You're walking up to the door. Sometimes they have somebody outside checking ages, taking money, whatever. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just walk right in. After you get past the quote-unquote bodyguard, you go up inside the house. You see everybody inside. Depending on the house, sometimes it's clean, it's nice, but then other parties, you'll walk in and you'll instantly smell the smell of everybody in the building. Mixed with alcohol, sweat, weed, and who knows what else. And then you make your way inside. You find you a little corner, a little table, and one thing you do is you never set your shit down. Always bring a backpack, keep your stuff on you, because as soon as you set that shit down, you look back, it's gone. Then the next thing you do is try to find some people you know. And whether the party is pretty deep or if it's kind of shallow, I could say, you may have a hard time finding your people. You may find a bunch of random motherfuckers you don't know coming up to you, say hi because they drunk as fuck. And then I'm gonna basically break down how the inside of a high school party looks like. First of all, there's always some drunk, loud motherfucker screaming at everybody. Whether they did something or not, he's always there fucking bitching about God knows what, nobody knows, something pissed him off earlier on, and he's just yelling at the fucking world. Then there's your weed smokers. They usually choose a table or a bar seat to gather their inventory and start rolling up, whether that's bongs, they got joints rolled, blunts rolled, they got a rig for dabs. Either way, they're always sitting at a table, a couch, a corner, a bar, something, where they can chill and not move for the rest of the party. Then you always have those one people that are getting freaky as fuck in the corner, macking on each other, touching who knows what, getting fucking wild, you know? Say you go on and take your seat, there is always alcohol all over the floor. There's always mud, alcohol, spilled drinks, whatever the fuck. It's trailing through the floor. There's rivers of the shit. Next, you have the group of overly drunk girls. The ones that have been there since the party fucking started. They probably got there early, you know, got their seat, made reservations. They're in that bitch drinking sun up to sundown. They've already got fucked up, down a few handles, who knows what. They about blacked out at this point. Then say you wanted to take a break out on the porch. You walk outside, you see a group of motherfuckers standing in a circle, smoking darts. These guys always got their hats on, them t-shirts on, their khaki shorts. They drive lifted trucks, some squatted. This is just bound to happen. It's inevitable. They'll be outside smoking darts, usually Marlboro Reds, who knows. Then you make your way back inside. You decide, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Biggest mistake of your life. Stay outside. You walk in. This is the most disgusting room you have ever entered in your life. And now you're stuck. You shut the door. You decide you're just gonna say, fuck it. Hey, I'm inside in the bathroom. I might as well just use it. So you open the toilet. You'll never regret another decision more in your goddamn life. Most people would shut it and go outside. But not. You decide to eat it up, charge on, you end up taking a piss in this toilet. If you've ever taken a shit in a house party bathroom, I got no words for you. You're different. Then you finally make it out. You open the door. You're gasping for air, almost stumbling on the floor. You finally make it back to the group of people you were with. Some of them are gone, never to be seen again. You won't see them until probably next week. You finally get in your little group. Next thing you know, you look to your left. There's some people arguing. Somebody gets punched, whacked across the head. He's on the floor, knocked out. His homie comes from behind. Flying Superman punches him in the face. Boom. This guy falls over the couch, breaks his mama's china. Then everybody's pissed. Everybody's swinging. You see one guy over there doing a roundhouse, somersault, backflip, fucking Naruto ass karate kick. You see two other homies come out the back. They start grabbing things. They start grabbing pots and pans. They start throwing them across the room. You don't know what to do. You're like, fuck, should I hit somebody? Should I leave? Should I stand still, act like I'm not here? You say, fuck it, I'm gonna sit back and watch. Next thing you know, the owner of the house comes out, starts yelling. I'm talking about yelling. He tells everybody to get the fuck outside, which is usually an unsuccessful task. When you're the owner of the house trying to get people outside, you're usually not that successful with it. Next thing you know, he's in there fighting. He's throwing fucking haymakers, knocking people out, hitting people with bottles. Then you got the two people over there in the kitchen fucking WWE wrestling, doing fucking flying somersaults through the air. Next thing you know, somebody gets pushed past their edge that they decide to grab the backpack. They're pulling out the 9. They're pulling out the mini Drake. They're pulling out something. Everybody's hitting the floor. Everybody's scared of shit, running out the back, running out the front. At this point, everybody's freaking out. About 5 minutes later, you're finally at the car, but you're the only one there. Nobody you came with is at the car. Everybody's gone. Who knows where they went? You're on your phone trying to figure out where the fuck they are. They're gone. Nobody answers the phone. You're like, holy shit. Where's Joe? Where's little Timmy? Where's Big John? We don't know. So you decide to go back in the house. As soon as you even step in this house, everybody's back partying. It's like nothing happened. Everybody's lit. Everybody's happy. Back to square one. And if you're from somewhere like me, there is never a party where the cops do not get called. Always. It's bound to happen. It's just a matter of time. Next thing you know, somebody's running in the house. Cops, cops, cops. Cops are coming. Cops are coming. Everybody at this point is freaking out, either hiding in bedrooms, going to their cars trying to leave. Everybody's running for the fucking hills either way. Nobody wants to get stopped by the cops. Nobody wants to get pulled over drunk. Nobody wants to get arrested. Everybody's freaking the fuck out, running out the back, hiding in the bushes, something. Sometimes you do get lucky, and the guy answers the door, the owner of the house answers the door. He tells them everything's okay. The cops fuck off, but this usually only occurs when there's a small amount of people at the party. Say the party is huge. People in the backyard, people in the front yard, people say the cops are coming. By the time the cops get there, only about 15% of the people there have either left or hid. Everybody else is still trying to manage their way to the door, or they just don't give a fuck. They're gonna stand there and wait for something to happen. And this is usually when worse comes to worse. 5 police cars show up, everybody's there, either in the house, they're bringing everybody outside. This is just worst case scenario. This is the worst thing that could happen. And don't try to run. If you see these cops standing in front of you, by all means try to run if you're in a good spot to run. Run, hit the hills, get the fuck out of there, dip. But if you see cops standing in front of you and you're in a group of people, the only person they're worried about are the people hiding and trying to run because they think they have weapons, drugs, anything on them, something they can bust them with. Do not be this guy that hits the dash as soon as they get stopped by the cops. Don't be this guy. It'll end very bad and not in your favor. And on rare occasions, do these cops actually shut down the party. They may get a good majority of people to leave, but on rare occasions, do they actually stop the party? Usually about an hour later, 30 minutes later, 20 minutes later, as soon as they leave, the party's back going like nothing ever happened. And if you haven't left the party by now, you got balls. I ain't gonna lie, you got balls. Because I would have been gone. Fuck it, I ain't about to worry about all this bullshit. But if you stuck it out, respect. And if you're one of the people that stick it out until fucking 3 in the morning, I ain't got no words. That's crazy. You gotta be crazy. Then you finally make it home. Sometimes you don't even remember this part. You're stumbling, you're bouncing from wall to wall. You lay in your bed, you smell like alcohol, you smell like shit. Laying there on top of your bed sheets, on top of your comforter, passed out, blacked out. As soon as you hit that bed, you're gone, dead to the world. You wake up the next day, you have a fucking pounding headache. And whether you're one of the ones that throw up when you're hungover, stand over the toilet all morning, rough. And if you're like me, you're gonna wanna get some sunlight. Throw the shades on, walk outside, sit there and bake. Whether you're in your boxers, you ain't got nothing on, you're gonna wanna sit in that sunlight. Then you hit the Waffle House, go and get yourself some waffles, some pancakes, you got hash browns. Sometimes you get to the point where you're so hungover, you're gonna wish you never even went to the party. Next thing you know, 2 days later, 4 days later, a week later, you're heading out to go to your next one. And that's basically the circle of life of high school parties. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed.